Welcome to Bayanat, the heartbeat of tech in MENA. We bring you raw stories and sharp insights from the founders, investors, and leaders building the region's startup ecosystem. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the story of Rodolphe, the founder and CEO of Smartr AI. And it's quite a journey. We're talking founder grit, smart IP plays, and navigating, well, multiple near-death moments. All while building a deep tech company, starting in Lebanon and scaling up in Dubai. It feels like a really essential case study for the region.
Absolutely. And what really stands out is Rodolphe started this aged just 20. His whole path seems defined by learning on the fly, constant growth, dealing with failures. It's a perfect example of building something complex against some pretty unique regional challenges.
Okay, so let's get into that foundational hustle. It kicks off in Lebanon, right? Rodolphe meets his co-founder, Henna Dard, at university,
Yeah.
and they land their first big gig, a web development project worth $16,800. That must have felt huge for a couple of students.
Well, definitely a big
Yeah.
win initially.
Yeah.
But it quickly became their first really hard lesson about the region's volatility. They put a whole year into delivering that project. Then the Lebanese economic crisis hits hard. The currency collapses. And that $16,800, it basically shrunk to the value of about $300.
Wow, just gone. That's more than just losing money. That's a lesson etched in stone about market risk, I imagine.
Exactly. It wasn't just a setback. It fundamentally showed them the local market structure was unreliable. It forced them to think bigger, beyond
To
borders.
show them they needed stability, hard currency.
Right. That experience pretty much pushed them immediately towards Dubai.
So they fund the move with a smaller $7,000 website project, landing in Dubai around October 2020. But it wasn't an instant success there either.
No, not at all. They struggled for months, really running on fumes. It's that classic founder story, bridging locations, cash running low. The real turning point didn't come until February. They finally booked a $50,000 project. Rodolphe points to that moment as the company's real launch.
Yeah, interesting. And even while they were struggling for those first contracts, they were playing a longer game, strategy-wise.
Yeah, this is smart. Initially, they called the company Azure Soft Solutions. Sounded like a standard, good quality services shop.
Yeah,
But that was really a tactical cover. Underneath, they were building their secret weapon.
which was Smartr, the proprietary engine. Okay, let's get into the tech a bit. What did Smartr 1.0 actually do that gave them an edge?
It was all about efficiency and standardization. Smartr essentially automated huge chunks of the software development process. Think of it like building with high-tech Legos instead of starting from scratch every time. Pre-built modules, reusable code, set workflows.
So developers weren't just coding, they were assembling using pre-approved parts.
Pretty much. And the impact was massive. Rodolphe figures it automated something like 70 to 80% of the repetitive grunt work.
Which meant
It meant a small team, even with junior developers, could deliver reliable, complex, senior-level work. Faster, cheaper, and more consistently than bigger competitors.
that's a huge advantage. So the core IP, Smartr, was being funded by the services revenue from Azure Soft.
Precisely. They used the services wrapper to bootstrap the development of their deep tech asset. Really clever.
Okay, that makes sense for funding. But weren't they worried about brand? Like being seen as just another agency instead of the tech powerhouse they were building?
That's always the tension, right?
Yeah.
When a product company starts with services, they clearly prioritize stability and cash flow first. Get the engine right. But eventually, the engine became too powerful to hide. That internal tool, Smartr, became the company name. And that leads us to Smartr 2.0.
Right, the evolution, merging that original structured engine with, well, modern AI workflows and intelligent agents.
Yeah, the full pivot towards being an AI product company.
So they had this efficient services machine, Smartr 1.0. Why take the huge risk of pivoting away from that profitable model into the AI product space with 2.0?
Ambition, I think. And reading the market, they saw where things were headed. But it wasn't just about chasing hype. Rudolph was apparently quite blunt about it. He said they are not building another GPT wrapper.
Okay, let's unpack that for listeners. That means they're not just putting a nice interface on an existing AI model like ChatGPT.
Exactly. They're building something more fundamental, something proprietary that structures the entire software development lifecycle. Smartr 2.0 acts like a digital software team. It breaks down development into stages, front-end, back-end, database, etc. And then it assigns specialized AI agents, pre-configured for each specific task. The humans shift to more of a supervisory integration role.
Like an automated assembly line for code.
Sort of, yeah. And they proved it works. They had some key validation
Like
points.
the Dubai Smart City platform. They started small there, right?
Yeah, built one microservice.
Hmm.
But it impressed the client so much, Smartr AI ended up replacing their whole internal dev team and rebuilding the entire platform.
Wow. And the other big one was the Lebanese Ministry of Tourism app.
Right, built in just 8 weeks. A national app with an AI concierge using crowdsourced data. That kind of speed shows the power of their structured AI approach.
Okay, so the tech is working, clients are impressed, but this pivot nearly killed the company in 2024.
It did. It was a conscious choice. Really doubled down on the Smartr 2.0 product, which meant dialing back the services revenue that kept them stable.
And the timing was rough, hitting a cautious VC market in the region.
Exactly. They hit that wall. The quote Rodolphe shared really sums it up. Everyone wants to invest in a moving train. No one will fund it while it's being built.
Ouch, that must have been an incredibly stressful period.
He called it a crucible. It forced him into this daily self-auditing habit, just ruthlessly focusing on operational reality, on runway, survival mode.
And September 2024 was the low point, rejection from an accelerator.
Yeah, that led to 4 months, as he put it, on the brink of bankruptcy. Just imagine that pressure. 4 months with no safety net. It's an identity crisis, not just a business problem.
But desperation led to an opportunity. Expand North Star.
Right. He was invited to pitch. Didn't win the competition itself, but his technical presentation blew away a founder in the audience. That connection led to an unexpected client contract. Just enough to cover November's payroll, literally keeping the lights on.
Incredible timing. And the story gets better.
It does.
Yeah.
The same founder who gave them the contract, he was so impressed he stepped up to lead their funding round.
No.
Yeah, pulled together a group of strategic investors, and the round closed in just 3 days. Their own tech, its practical value, directly saved them.
That near-death experience sounds like it really reshaped their strategy moving forward.
Totally transformative. It led directly to the model they use today, which they designed for resilience. They call it the trifecta model.
The trifecta model. Okay, break that down. What are the 3 parts?
Right. It's about balancing stability and growth.
Mhm.
First, services. Still doing those enterprise projects, powered by the Smartr engine. That's the consistent revenue, the buffer.
Got it. Buffer established. What's second?
Second is the product. That's Smartr 2.0, the scalable AI agent platform. They're aiming for a hybrid SaaS subscription model here. This is the big growth engine.
Okay, services for stability, product for growth. And the third part?
Third is education. They have a developer academy. This is the really clever strategic piece.
An academy. How does that fit in?
It's not just training. It trains beginners to build apps using the Smartr way. So first, it creates a pipeline of talent, perfectly trained for their services division. Solves the regional talent hunt problem for them.
Ah, okay. A built-in talent pool.
Exactly. And second, those graduates. They become potential users and champions for the Smartr product. It feeds itself, it creates its own ecosystem.
That's genuinely smart. A self-sustaining model. You mentioned the talent challenge. Rodolphe had some specific views on that in the region.
Yeah, he pointed out a challenge, finding and keeping good tech people. His take was interesting. He feels too many rush into management without deep technical foundations.
Leading to high turnover at senior levels.
Right. He kind of implied the best managers are often the tech experts who get forced into management because no one else can do it as well. It really values that deep technical grounding for leadership.
Which makes sense for a deep tech company. And that awareness also led to a shift in his own role, getting out of doing all the sales himself.
Yeah, another growth step. He mentioned advice from a mentor, Mahdi Shafi, about needing to sometimes force yourself into these types of situations. Meaning hire sales and marketing specialists, even if it feels a bit early. You have to trust others to scale the business side. You can't do it all as the founder forever.
Stop waiting for everything to be perfect before building the growth team.
Exactly. It's a necessary leap of faith for scaling.
So if we boil down the key takeaways from Rodolphe's journey for other founders listening, we talked about self-auditing, being objective daily. What else?
Definitely the idea of surroundings. He really stressed this. You are what you consume. Be intentional about who you spend time with. High-performing people challenge you, raise your game, especially vital when things get tough.
Makes sense. And the co-founder relationship.
Crucial. He highlighted the synergy with Hannah Dowd. Trust, complementary skills, covering each other's blind spots. You could see how vital that partnership was, especially during that near-bankruptcy period. It allowed them to survive and build towards this trifecta.
It really underlines the resilience required, doesn't it? Shifting from services to a deep tech product, especially in MENA, it takes immense grit.
Absolutely. And maybe the biggest lesson underpinning it all,
Yeah.
financial health is paramount. You have to obsessively manage your runway because the market, the investors, they want that moving train. You've got to keep it fueled.
A powerful story of survival and strategic evolution.
For more stories like this, subscribe to Bionaut's newsletter and stay updated on the latest in Mini's tech and startup ecosystem.